As I said, let's get back to Levi Strauss. They reported some earnings here. Mary Ross Gilbert, she's a senior analyst covering all the retail stuff for Bloomberg Intelligence, joins us. Mary, talk to us about Levi's. What did they disclose on their earnings release?
So yesterday they had great numbers, right? Their organic growth was up 6%. That was about 200 basis points better than what analysts were looking for. They were looking for 4%. And their guidance, they raised their guidance, and it's really due to the first half performance. So their guidance now for organic growth is 5.5% to 6%. It was previously 4.5% to 5.5%. They are seeing strength across women's. Women's was up 11% in the quarter. Beyond Yoga, which is their small brand but growing fast, was up 16%. Asia up 12%, and Europe, DTC, up 7%. But wholesale is the biggest part of the business, and so you have to really look at the first half because you will have fluctuations in the quarter based on shipping. That was up 9% in the first half. So with all the strength that they're seeing, raising guidance, there's still upside to their guidance because it's really based on the first half performance. So what they're guiding into the second half is really conservative, and that's their objective. They really want to beat. But what this says is that the brand is relevant around the globe across income groups. So for example, they have the Levi's signature brand label, which is in Walmart, and that was up in the first half, up high single digits, right around 8 to 9%. And they're seeing that, being high single digits to low double digits in the second half. So again, no weakness anywhere with the consumer, even having, at the low end. And then at the high end, their blue tab premium denim doing very, very well. But also non-denim, their non-denim bottoms, which really allows them to increase their addressable market, was also up strong in the quarter. So they're really gaining traction, and there's just more to go.
Well, looking at its stock, LEVI, the ticker, up about 2% today. And even on a year-to-date basis, that stock is up about 20%. If you pull it back the last 5 years, down about 10%. So obviously trailing broader benchmarks in that span of time. What do you think moving forward is the biggest thing that obviously shareholders want to hear from them as far as improving when it comes to the outlook for that kind of growth in their margins?
Yeah, so it's a good question. I mean, first of all, when you look at the margin expansion that they're looking for the full year, they did raise estimates a tad bit, but it was actually below what consensus is looking for on the margin side. So that could sort of explain there was a little bit of volatility after their earnings. Other than that, once again, if you look at the margin expansion they're experiencing in Europe, they have a global enterprise resource program that they're expanding throughout the globe. That they're going to complete that in 2027. So in Europe, where they sort of started it, it's complete, and we saw their operating margin expand 400 basis points. That was partly due to lower distribution center costs too. So I think that you're really going to see margin expansion grow, and again, potentially faster than the top line. So I think there's really a lot of traction here because women's is still a smaller part of the business, versus men's. So that's why you're seeing double-digit growth there, but also across categories in tops and wovens and outerwear. So, and then with the campaigns that they have going with the World Cup and the logo that they had to cover up at Levi Stadium in San Francisco, that gave them a great opportunity from a media campaign that actually drew over 1 billion of impressions. Wow. So all of that is really resonating with consumers, and I really see upside, and I think that could really shift the performance in the shares over time.
Mary, thanks so much for joining us. Always appreciate it. Mary Ross Gilbert, she's Bloomberg Intelligence Senior Equity Analyst covering the retailers there. Levi Strauss out with some good numbers there, stock trading higher.